Hey there, fellow navigators. Well, welcome to today's exciting episode of Playing in the Mud with Rick. So today we're going to try out the water pump that just finally got installed. So down there I have about 3 sheets of plywood screwed together with the screened intake underneath, coming up to a Harbor Freight 1-inch pump in a old Safe Trans phone booth that I got off another railroad museum. It originally came off a Conrail. And then pumping up through a bunch of 1-inch discharge hose to the flat car sitting at the end of the railroad with a tote. So let's see what happens. All right, on. Choke. Oh, looks like we've got water going into the tote. That's good. Yep, excellent. The first water out of the new reservoir for 2022. All right. So, of course, this is all rather temporary. We're going to set the tank car up right here and have a more permanent way of getting water into it. I think we will continue to use the gasoline pump. I've got to put a few boards in there to keep it from moving around. It wants to kind of move around. There's a hole in the back of the phone booth for exhaust, so if I have that strapped down in the box and I can start to run it and blow the exhaust outside, as long as the door's open, it should work just fine. But yeah, this is good proof of concept. Not a moment too soon, because we're going to need water down there. We're going to get ready to do the hydro on the boiler here pretty soon, and I think we've got 3 weeks, maybe a little bit, well, about a month before Chris Eaton Green comes out to do the filming of the 58 running. So yeah, we need to be up and running, and I need to get busy on the repairs and upgrades I need to do on that. The thing has been is that, you know, today is fairly decent, but it's either been cold and miserable or raining or what have you. And, you know, since we do all our work outside, you know, when you pull the locomotive out and you get all the tools all out there and you start working on it, and then an hour or two later it starts raining, it's like, you know, that really puts a damper on trying to get into the swing of things. And, you know, when you want to do 8 to 9 hours of pipe fitting, just keep on going. Well, yeah, okay. So that's about all I've got for you for today. Just wanted to share this with you. And yes, I have an announcement to make, which will not happen today. I'm going to keep you all waiting for a little while longer, but it's something you're all going to like. So, all right, until then, talk to you later. I think the side bearings need shimmed up a little bit. All right, so we got the flat car of water down the hill all right, and I have it hooked up to the 3 totes here next to the engine house. So with that car up grade a little bit, I think I can just gravity feed the water right into the totes, and that will save from using the 2-inch pump. And I have this connection here, so we're filling both totes simultaneously, and then once the first one's empty, I'll just switch over to the next one and you know, bring both of these up to full. This third one here will be connected as well. So I think what I'm going to have is the T there for this type of connection, another T here and another T here, and then the outlet going into the building to the pump, going to the filters, and then from the filters into the saddle tank. So one of the things I did discover is that this water is quite pure. Its pH is in the 6 to 7 range, depending upon which test strip I use. What would you say? The chlorine level in the water is extremely low, of course, because this is basically rainwater. So it'd be a little bit acidic because of acid rain and all that. So, we're going to come up with a way of buffering the water up a little bit, closer to 10, which is about where you want feed water for a locomotive. Now, the LSB 4000 will help keep the pH at the correct level, but we need to give it a little bit of help by buffering the water. So I'm looking into that right now, what's the best material to use, and then do some experimentation to see how much we need per tote. And then what I'll probably do is, mix it and then adjust the pH in each tote here before we even put it into the saddle tank, by adding whatever in here, and then probably having a mixer to put in here, and then checking the pH before the water even comes out of here and then goes into the building through the carbon filters and then into the locomotive. So far this is working out all right. Probably going to pick up another one of these 2-inch lines, so that we can have the car sit a little bit even higher uphill, which will help in gravity feeding the water down into the totes. Now, of course, this is all rather, temporary, because when we move the engine facility up to the box car and when we put the tank car in position to feed water down, things are going to change. Now, at that point, you have to address the question: do we treat the water in the tank car up there, put a treatment facility to do that right there, and then feed filtered and buffered water down? Probably that would be the best way to go, but we'll have to wait till we get everything set up and then try to figure that out then. So basically, this is a learning curve here, learning this as I go, as to what the best way to go with this. But well, so far so good. One last thing. So there's our coal bin that I can pick that up with a forklift. I can put that on the trailer, haul that over to the coal yard, fill it up, bring it back, and then we'll set it on some stands so that could then feed through the chute into the tender. So in this case, when the coal bin is empty, we just load it on the trailer and haul it out. So it's a lot easier. It's like it's this container that we can just move around to fill full of coal. So we're not using the backhoe to, dump it on the ground and then pick it up with the backhoe and then, put it in the bin. And then of course you dig up whatever stone and dirt's along with it. I think just a lot easier and a lot cleaner way of handling it. So, all right, everyone, that's all I've got for today. Take care.